Okay, y'all. Appreciate all the love and support. You feel me across all platforms. Make sure y'all follow me on everything that y'all possibly can because y'all know how this internet shit go. We don't know how it's gonna turn out, but regardless, I'm on here having a good time, man. Having a good time and just enjoying my time. You feel me? By the way, pretty soon we about to transition to strictly streaming video games, bro. Like I want to really step into my video game bag some more. When I first started making videos and doing content, I told myself that I'm gonna be the rad Brad. I swear to God, I swear to God, that was one of the biggest things on my little to go or my little list or whatever. It's somewhere in my book of real nigga. I got a little notes or a notebook. It's called Book of a Real Nigga. It's somewhere in this room. And then on that bitch, I got Berleezy, Your Rage, the Rad Brad, and I think Afro Senju is on there as well. If y'all really pay attention, you will be able to see the blend between all of them, especially when I be playing my gameplays. That's where like the Berleezy getting into character side be coming out a little bit. But I gotta bring that content, you know. I'm pretty sure that the Resident Evil gameplay is still on here, but everything else is on my Rumble. Pretty soon I'm gonna put everything up on VOD. I know that I was playing Spider Man. We got to get on Spider Man and finish that. But I want to focus on Kingdom Hearts. I ain't gonna lie. I want to focus on Kingdom Hearts, and then after I focus on Kingdom Hearts, we gonna go to another game. Then we gonna go to another game. Then we gonna go to another game. You feel me? But that's besides the point. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitch. I think that Kick will honestly be a better fit for that long gameplay style of content. But it don't matter. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hello? I didn't look yet. Yeah, don't. Okay. Yeah, yeah. KJ called me. I was literally just watching TV. But uh-huh. Yeah, it was crazy. But all right. Bye. Yeah, my people just called me, man. We almost forgot about an important event. Anyways, though. So let's get to the topic of this video. I've been finding myself in a situation recently um as to where it's just things that pose a threat to my peace. Or I'm not even gonna say it poses a threat to my peace, but it has the potential to disturb my peace. And anything that has the potential to disturb mine or your peace doesn't deserve any attention. And that led me to the title of this video. What you feed will grow. So what you decide to feed your energy towards or feed your habits towards or anything of that nature, it will grow. And I know that might seem hard to do or hard to um basically execute because in essence what I'm saying is if shit go wrong, just ignore it. That's really what I'm saying in essence. Even if it come down to the principle of something. Now, I know that some niggas really fall out with other niggas behind the principle of a lot of things. Like, oh, this nigga took all this money from me, or this nigga took this little bit of money from me, or this nigga walked up to me about some girl. Like a nigga dead ass walked to me yesterday talking about, hey, is that your girl over there? Nigga just dapped me up. You feel me? He was gonna slide if that wasn't my girl. And part of me was like, should I have like pressed on that nigga? But it don't matter. He showed respect. Regardless of the point though, or regardless of what I'm saying, when it comes down to most of this shit, right? Anything that you deem to be a principle of a situation or anything that you are deliberately feeding your negative energy towards is something that you are feeding. You are feeding that shadow side of yourself instead of choosing peace. Now, being in a situation where you have to defend yourself is completely different. I'm not saying just let a nigga beat on you if a nigga beating on you. I hope you got pole on you. I ain't saying just let a nigga beat on you because that's never the situation we should be in. But when it comes down to the principle of things and just trivial shit like you see something that your friend and did that you might not agree with, some little petty shit. You see something that your girl done did, your mama done did, your sister done did, your brother done did, your cousin done did, shit, maybe even your grandma or your granddaddy, like, or your father. You see any of them do something that you deem to be some little petty shit, right? And you decide that you're gonna make a big deal out of it. Now, this entire feeling that you got, or this energy is gonna linger around for longer because you decided to act upon it instead of acting on peace. Now, if you chose peace, the moment will simply pass by. It's almost the same effect of developing a habit of some sort. Right now, I've been fighting the urge, bro, or feeling the urge so much to pick the blunt up. I've been feeling the urge to pick the blunt up, especially since I didn't have more freedom. I've been like, man, I'm trying to smoke, bro. Like, I'm about to just go to the dispo, give me some weed, and I'm trying to smoke. I'm finding out about alternatives, doing my research about people who smoke Damiana and shit like that, because I don't want to walk around with that weed smell on me, and I don't want to be mentally impaired. But regardless, smoking, drugs, alcohol, pornography, when you feel these urges, if you decide not to act on them and divert your energy to something else, almost just like that alchemization process that I spoke to y'all about yesterday, then the feeling will completely dissipate. It's the same shit when it comes to anything negative. If something negative comes across you, or if something negative, is brought to you, then what are you going to do? If you decide to ignore it and let it roll off just as smoothly as it came in, if you decide to watch it pass by instead of grabbing and holding on it, then then it'll be gone. But if you grab and hold on it, then it will be there in your focal point. So think about it like this. Imagine you sitting on the couch and all of your thoughts go across your view every single day. And you can grab and hold on some. So I got $1 million idea to start this business. You grab and pull that thought out of your view. Imagine it's almost like a movie. Like, you know how niggas in Ready Player One be having them glasses on their face and then just in front of their eyes or in that little VR experience, they be seeing everything. It's the same concept, but you got all of your ideas. And you can grab and pull one of your ideas down and internalize it. You got $1 million idea, you grab it, pulling it down, internalize it. You got a negative idea or you see something negative, you have the choice to either let it pass by or grab it, pull it down, and internalize it. A lot of y'all are doing this without realizing because y'all have so much pride and your ego is intervening with so much of your day by day activities. Or I'm not even going to say a lot of y'all, but a lot of people have so much pride and have been dealing with these egotistical activities, blaming it on the principle, when in reality it's just your want and need for things to go your way, right? Your want and need for control. So instead of you saying that, you saying, no, bro, it's the principle. But in reality, what you are doing is trying to prove yourself, whether that be to yourself or to someone else. I don't know. That depends on the person. But I know most people, or people in general, they are oftentimes trying to prove something rather than actually change and alchemize their situation. If you truly want to become resilient and if you truly want to become unbreakable, then these types of things need to just roll off your shoulder. That is how you become unbreakable, by letting nothing break you. However, if you decide to throw a tantrum off of some little negative shit, then not only is that shit going to start coming in your life more and more and more because you done open up a door for another lesson, nigga. You so emotional. You so emotional that shit gonna start getting fed. Like I said, it's gonna be fed and it's gonna get bigger, right? Not only is that shit gonna happen more and more, but you just gonna be moving backwards, bro. You're gonna be moving backwards. So choose peace and pay attention to what you internalize and understand that whatever habit you feed is gonna grow. It's almost like you feeding your own little entity. Um, like I said, the feeling of smoking. I've been dealing with the feeling of smoking, but since I haven't been doing it and I've been letting it simply scroll past me, the feeling of watching pornography, since I haven't been doing it and simply letting it scroll past me, like my life has changed drastically. However, if you decide that you do want to smoke, then you was gonna create a whole new chain and a whole new cycle that you have to break. If you decide that you was gonna watch pornography, you was gonna have to break a whole new cycle because you didn't grew it. And then the more you feed it, the bigger it grow. Man, let me tell y'all something. Dealing with relationships, And these relationships can be with anybody. Dealing with relationships, you see a lot of things: friendships, romantic relationships, family relationships. You see a whole lot of things, bro. And in these relationships, you can see somebody do something that you consider to be petty, or somebody do something that you just straight up don't like. And as you see this, you have the choice to make a big deal out of it or peep it, learn from it, and make the adjustment. What you decide to do is ultimately on you, but it falls down on you to make the decision. Now, me personally, I experimented with this earlier today. I saw something that I didn't like, and I didn't even acknowledge it because I understood and I made the decision that what I'm seeing right now is not going to interrupt with the good vibe that I have going on. It's not going to interfere with my peace. So I decided to let that shit go. And you can make that same decision. It's just your ego, your pride, your subconscious mind telling you not to let that shit slide if you are having these thoughts. So, one thing that you could be getting it from is the music, the people you hang around. These people could be reinforcing these same opinions to keep you further and further and further away from your peaceful mindset. However, if you truly do want to live in peace, if you truly do want to live in peace, then you can apply this to your life. Look at your life completely different. Just make the decision that instead of just reacting to things, you are going to analyze things and then choose and gain more control instead of trying to impose control on things outside of yourself. Control yourself. Hey, man, I peep y'all been enjoying these videos. I'm glad they help. I'm glad y'all like them. I'm gone.